All right. Try this again. All right. Well, hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is DevonDunn here. And the Average Gaming Dad. We are back again. Stream crash, or actually my PlayStation just froze and crashed the stream. But yeah, so we won the World Series. We did the off season. Just wanted to highlight a couple things we did. The first being signing Tristan Casas as our big free agent. I'm not exactly sure if he's going to remain at first base or if we need to move him to DH some way. Because the defense isn't amazing, but so far he's hitting really well. He had 37 homers last year, so we had to pay him pretty big money, 5-year deal worth $20 million. Our budget was pretty tight, so we did a little package deal. We sent Luis Rengifo and David Fry, who we acquired last year because of an injury. Package deal for those two to get hopefully what's going to be the center fielder of the future, 24-year-old Roman Anthony, a potential already 80 overall at 24 years old. Stellar defense, above average speed, and the hit tool, like the hitting's not quite there yet. Did the stream die again? Like, what the hell? Sorry. Just seemed like the stream just died again. Nope, still live. Okay, weird. Sorry, let me just get this pulled back up. Yeah, I don't know why it said it was died. Anyway, apologies about that. Yes, so hitting wise, he's not, quite there yet, but obviously we expect him to be at least average, maybe slightly above average. He's actually played since he was, what is this? He's played 4 seasons. He's played since he was 20 years old. In some instances, a little bit of time, some instances, bench bat. He's the full-time starter for us now. He's not doing amazing, but we're going to give him opportunities, and we're really excited about him. So that cleared up a lot of money. Obviously, MLB doesn't have a cap, but it just freed up a lot of money for us to make future moves. Also secured the outfield for the future. So we feel really, really good about that. We still got Stone Garrett. We still got Ricky Ollie. And we still got Julks and Azokar and Estuary Ruiz, kind of rounding things out. So that was pretty much the offseason. And like I said, we didn't make any huge moves, but we are still climbing the rating ranks. We are now 15th overall, whereas last year I think we were in the low 20s. So the team is getting better. And as last episode when we did the offseason, we played the season opener where we lost to the Cubs 2-4. And then we played our home opener versus the Angels where we won 4-0. Last thing I want to highlight here before we actually get into the action, but I changed the settings. I'm now going from Hall of Fame to Legend difficulty on pitching. I still think the hitting's in a good spot. I still swing and miss. We still, don't crush every good timing hit. In fact, often in that Cubs game, we got good timing and just fouled it straight back, or it was a ground out or whatever. So I think the hitting difficulty is fine, but the pitching difficulty I am going to up to Legend. One moment, please. Okay. So those are the adjustments. That is the wrap up from last episode. We're 4-3, obviously super early, so not too much to glean. We're not going to dive into any stats or anything right now. Instead, we're going to look for some games to play. I do want to mix it up a bit more this season. Maybe do some more player locking. But definitely, obviously, still want to play 1 or 2 full games an episode. That is, what I prefer to do, and then that's just what I want to present here on YouTube. Um, so there we go. We will. I think the 8th um, we'll start scouting. So we'll look to see the draft class, and I think maybe we start there. Brady Montgomery's back in AAA. Yep, and we got our first day of scouting. So let's check our scouts, see who we got. So we have our Discovery Scout, Madison Bryant, and then our position Scout, Elmer Mesa, and Jose Reyes is a pretty good pitching scout. He will do. We'll take a look. Maybe is there someone else that has like plus 90 efficiency, but higher than 86? We got 90, which isn't bad. I don't think we can actually afford that. 86 efficiency is too low. So I think we're going to stick with who we got. And with that, let's take a look at the draft class. Obviously, winning the World Series, we're going to be picking last. And looking at the depth chart, I still think we need to we found one outfielder of the future, someone we're really excited about. We have Colson Montgomery, we have Scotty Salas for the infield, as well as Brian Ramos, Villar. Like our infield, I think is pretty well set. I would like to find a really top end talent for our starting pitcher, maybe another closer and outfielder. So we're going to look outfield, we're going to look closer, and we're going to look starting pitching, I think is where we need to look. So let's start. Where's our Discovery Scout? Madison Bryant. So we're going to look for, let's start looking for outfielders internationally. And then, let's see, this is our pitching scout. So let's start scouting positions internationally. And then our position, we are going to look straight to the outfield. So it's going to be tough picking at 30. We're going to have to hopefully discover some prospects and look for them. So, or maybe an opportunity for someone to fall. We'll see. But going to be looking like around this 20 to 30 range. Position players can oftentimes go high. So we'll see. Let's start here with Jackson Paquette, a lefty from Illinois. Only 5'8", a little short cane, but the potential could be as high as 93. I'm looking like overall is probably going to be like in the 50s, 60s, so we might land there. We'll start that. Let's move him to priority 1. Discovery, there we go. And then for our positional needs, we will do starting pitcher, closer, and left fielder for now, because that's where we're starting with Jackson. Finalize that, and they're scouting for the week. Who do we want to play? Let's see. We got plenty of division opponents. We got the Royals. We got the Twins. We got Cleveland we can all choose from. Got my fan favorite, the A's. But we got a 4-game series versus the Twins. So why don't we hop into a game there and then maybe play some down here versus maybe Philly or the Athletics for like an out-of-division game. We'll play in away, but we actually have our first moment here. So we have our step-in situation set to very high. So in the 9th run or later. So here we are down 2, bases loaded and 1 out. Villar at the plate, who's 3 for 3 with a walk. Now, Villar is the closest thing besides our new center fielder, whose name I always forget because I have the memory of a goldfish. But Villar is the closest thing we have to like a generational prospect. You know, high, like mid to high A potential. We started him his rookie year, like his first year out of the draft. And we're looking for him to have a big year for us. He was hitting well and then got injured for 6 months at the tail end of, or at the middle of last year. So he missed the playoffs. He missed the World Series. And now we're looking for him to really make a step forward. He's in his mid-20s now. Wow. Tough call there for Bautista. But so far, pitching right on the black. And that one rifled and off the glove of the second baseman. 1 run, 2 run scores, and a runner on third. I'm not sure if that's going to be qualified as a hit or an error. Mike Trout still with the Angels. But as you see, it just, I mean, he barreled it. It hit super hard right off the foot or the glove of the second baseman. And 2-run score. All right, so now we're going to see Brant Herter. What? Okay. All right, they want a pinch runner. I'm going to ignore that since we have the winning run on third right now. And we got Corey Julks. He's much better versus lefties. And they put in a lefty? Okay. Also, Julks' clutch rating is pretty good. Check swing, good timing. We just need to get something in the air. That's on the ground, but it gets past the shortstop. That will go for a single. That is the run. And we are going to walk it off in the ninth. Just a hard hit single right back towards the pitcher. Posing for the camera. You love to see it. Julks, pretty good contact. Really good contact versus lefties. And good enough clutch. They had no one covering second. Teal makes it home easily. And we're going to walk out of here with a win. That's pretty good. Coming back from 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. Bautista with the L. Jazz went 2 for 5 with a home run, as well as Villar 4 for 4 day, 2 ribbies and a walk. That's a good day. Maybe not so much for our pitching, giving up 10 hits and 6 runs. Each team with an error as well. But, all right, so we got Cannon, we got Means, and we got Bryce Wilson to pitch with. We've pitched with Means and Wilson. We also got Drew Thorpe, who struggled in his first start. But let's hop in here with Cannon. He's had a good first start, 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, and a 3.6 ERA. So we will play game 1 versus Minnesota. Play the full game here. All right, lineup still looking pretty good. So we'll lock in. Stone Garrett having a tough start to the year. All right, Target Field here in the south side of Chicago. storyline that we're highlighting here is Jazz and his big game versus, or big series versus the Angels. 2 hits, a home run, 2 ribbies. You love to see it. All right. So Marco Rea on the bump has had 1 start, pitched 5 to the tune of a 7.2 ERA. Not great. Looks like this is a drafted player, but drafted way back in 2020. And this is like 2029. So he must have been drafted as a 17, 18-year-old. Doesn't look especially challenging. Not a lot of velocity, not a ton of movement. The per nines aren't great, so this is someone I feel pretty confident against. And we will get it started with Garrett Hampson.
1 ball, no strike.
We got a fastball, a curve, a slider, a changeup.
Ball.
Pretty standard pitch mix. And Reyes starts us off with 2 balls. Hampson obviously with incredible speed, so if we can get a free walk, we might take that. Spit on a fastball right down the middle.
Ball 3.
All right, there's 3-1.
3-1.
Expecting a challenge pitch here.
That's 4.
That's fastball high. 5-pitch walk for Garrett Hampson. And Rick Oliver at the plate. Having a slow start, only hitting 200.
Ball.
Swings at the second pitch, a fastball. Middle just a bit away, but late on it. A little extra umph on that one, up to 93.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right now, Rhea having a hard time finding the strike zone. Another fastball middle away. We're a little early on it. Counts even 2-2. Let's see what Ricky can do. Turns on a slider. That would have been a pitch to hit, but we're very early on it. Fouled away. Another fastball grooved down the middle and fouled back. So I was saying why I feel comfortable with the hitting difficulty where it's at. Be curious to see what it feels like on the new pitching difficulty, but a hanging curveball high and deep out to right field, caught at the track. Pretty good swing from Ricky. He started last year in the 30s for his power, ended up still knocking 12 home runs, and power went up by like 10 or 12, I think, versus righties. So, he's got some juice. Speaking of juice, here's Tristan Casas, our big free agent signing.
1-0.
Basically replaced David Fry,
No, he's in there. Safe.
but a bit younger and hit a lot better than David Fry did last year. We only got Fry because of the injury to Villar. So that's kind of another thing. We're hoping Villar does not get injured this year, especially because in the offseason we worked with him and he has made the transition from first base to third.
Yep, he's out.
So added a secondary position. He's very good defensively, won a Gold Glove his rookie year, so we thought it'd be a good idea to put him in out at the hot corner as Casas grounds into the inning-ending double play. And we will take our first pitches on Legend difficulty with Jonathan Cannon. Good first start. And he's going to be facing off against Jonathan India.
Ball, slow. Ball.
Cannon. Nice 5-pitch mix. Really is that kind of pitch to contact kind of guy. Doesn't have like any crazy stuff. Although I think if we look at his per 9 ratings, yeah, his K per 9 is the lowest at 56. His pitching clutch is also very poor. So once a runner gets on second, it's not unlikely that we could see some runs. So the big thing is just getting ground balls, getting an out. And that one might be out of here. It is off the wall. I don't know what the hell Stone Garrett's doing. Trying to play that one off a hop, but very difficult to do. And right after I say we should, it's going to be difficult with runners in scoring position. We have one. All right. Well, we get him at first, so now it's going to have to be a hit from Ian Happ in order to get a run across. Obviously, with 2 outs, no sacrifice fly. I'm just going to try and pound a variety of these. Ooh, goodness, that changeup left way up. Ooh, barely got a piece of that one. See if a cutter in on the hands can get him. Got him! We get the punchy. Ian Happ goes down. We leave a runner stranded. Not a bad first inning. Almost gave up a home run, but almost is still not a run. So Cannon gets out of it. He's pretty hyped. You'll love to see it. All right, Jazz, let's see it. Marsa Rea versus Jazz Chisholm. Got some nice overrated chants from the crowd in the back. Would expect nothing less. Let's see how overrated you think Jazz is now. That one is off the wall. And Jazz is headed for third. India with the throw in. Not in time. That is a triple for Jazz, his second of the year. And what is this ballpark? They must be trying to get all the pitchers to come to Minnesota. This is a very pitcher-friendly stadium. That would have been a home run in many, many ballparks. But look at Villar, the 2027 Gold Glove winner. Curious he won a Gold Glove his rookie year, but did not get Rookie of the Year. But here hitting .424 in this young season. Gets an easy slider right down the middle, but out in front. And then swings right through the fastball. A strikeout for Rea just early. So he just did not see the ball. We got decent timing. And now Stone Garrett hitting a measly 139 out in front of the changeup. Would rather not leave Stone Garrett, or would rather not leave Jazz on third. Good fastball there. Painted low and away. And then a curveball in the zone. And Stone can't even catch a piece. Early, could have made contact. Now it's up to Roman Anthony. We're definitely getting some very hittable pitches. Just about timing them up and putting them in play. And Anthony's plunked. That curveball got way out of hand. And now we have young Kyle Teal hitting in the 8th spot, but hitting .310. Also, World Series MVP Kyle Teal. Good timing on a fastball and whips. Good changeup. And now Kyle Teal finds himself down in the hole 0-2. And that one is not going to get through. Diving effort from the first baseman. Teal can't leg it out. And Reyes gets out of it after a leadoff triple from Jazz. Hitting a batter and still manages to get out of it. Less than ideal for our offense. Would like to see a little bit better effort than that. But so far, Cannon's okay. Had a 15-pitch first inning. And gets Trevor Larnach on the pop-up here. Speaking of Teal, though, as we see him make the catch right on the line, is we got a very interesting situation with him because we have incredible depth at catcher.
One ball, no strike.
So at some point, we're going to have to make a decision to either trade away the young guys behind him, because Kyle Teal's young himself. Kyle Teal will have to move into the corner outfield, which is his secondary position. Or as we turn the double play, Hampson, incredible defender, I think was kind of caught in between needing to decide if he was going to step on second himself and then make the throw to first or flip to Jazz. He ends up flipping to Jazz, and Jazz gets the throw in time. But we have 2 or 3 quality catchers behind Teal, so we need to figure out what we're going to do with those guys. And also what we're going to do with Teal. Slider just catches the zone. Is technically a strike. And right now, Marco Rea pitching pretty well. Good changeup there. I mean, that's just 3 incredible pitches. Slider just catches the zone. Fastball up top, followed by the changeup. It's another good timing swing where we can't get a piece.
1-0.
So back to the top of the lineup. Garrett Hampson walked in his first at-bat.
2 balls, no
And is looking at another 2-0 count to start here. That one's a little opposite field knock. Lands right in front of the right fielder, and that'll be a single for Garrett Hampson. So a walk and a single for him. We have a base runner with only 1 out. And let's see what we can do here. If our 1, 2, 3 guys can get hits, I'd feel pretty good about that. Oliver belted one pretty deep into right in his last at-bat, but could not quite get it off the wall. Very difficult to get it over the wall over there on right. But ideally, you know, you get it to ricochet off the wall. It's a tough play for the outfielder. Let's see what he can do here with a count of 1-1.
That's a ball.
Rhea with a slide step. Worried about the very speedy Hampson at first. And Ollie's going to have a single of his own out to right. Hampson holds it 2. And there we go. 2 base runners for Tristan Casas. 0 for 1 today. Has been hitting well to start this season.
No, that's a ball. 1 ball, no strike.
And it's another dribbler and another double play to end the inning from Tristan Casas. Not what you want to see out of your new star. That's a second inning double play. And Casas especially is going to be very susceptible to that because he only has like 2 speed. That's not an exaggeration, by the way. Literally just has 2 speed. Right. And that is another leadoff extra base hit for Minnesota.
No ball, 1 strike. He's out.
Good play by Hampson there at short, 1 out. Now facing Jonathan India. Swings wildly at the sweeper out of the zone. I feel like the changeup would be diabolical here. And he swings right through it. Still not seeing Cannon really with good placement, but with the variety of movement and speed that he can offer, it's doing just enough. And we're looking to get Minnesota back to the dugout, leaving a man on third for the second consecutive inning. And down goes Smith on the low fastball. Back-to-back punchies for Cannon. And he is hyped again to leave a runner on third base. We'll take it. His bad clutch rating won't come to effect if they don't swing. All right, Jazz up again, hit a triple in his first at-bat. Almost had a home run.
Yes.
It swings through the slider away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's nice that we have 2 guys in our lineup that we should reliably hit 30-plus homers. We're slowly starting to build that aspect of our game. And another strikeout. Jazz just swings over the top, out in front. Rhea proven to be pretty tough today, playing above his ratings. We've had some good timing swings on some very hittable pitches and have just whiffed. Speaking of which, fastball middle up, fouled back. That changeup is so good. Good take from Villar after seeing that changeup. And the Rea goes back to the fastball down, but can't quite catch the zone. Good eye on the slider. Would love to get a base runner with one out again, same as last inning. That's a great take. I think most of the time that's going to be a ball. Maybe you got to swing to protect, but that thing, I mean, barely clips the zone. Tough call from Blue, but it is technically a strike. All right, 2 outs. Let's see if maybe we can get a little 2-out rally going here, starting with Stone Garrett. Slow start to his year. Had some really big moments in the playoffs and in the World Series. Thought we had a hanging curveball just early, can't get a piece. The curveball, the changeup has really bamboozled our lineup today.
2-2.
We have been flummoxed. But it's going to be a fly out for Stone. Back up with Cannon. Nothing. Through 3.5 innings so far. Facing up against Carlos Correa. Check swing on the cutter. Gets a piece that time. Let's see if Cannon can punch him out here.
That's a ball.
No offer on the fastball. Correa proven to be very patient. Out in front of that one. See if we can fool him with the changeup. Just gets a piece. Villar there.
You're out.
And a good throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. And a 1-pitch out against Ian Happ on the broken bat. Popped up. Last opportunity here for the Twins in the 4th, and it is going to be a single. A liner out to center. Roman Anthony collects it. And Minnesota stays alive with 2 outs. Maybe a front door cutter here. Ooh, that one close.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a pretty crazy take from Julian. Barrels up that cutter. Got him on the changeup though. For the 4th, I think, consecutive inning. The Twins have left a runner on base. As the pitching comparison, 4 punchies for Cannon, 5 for Rea. 1 walk. Hit differential of 1. Pretty close game. Not really, I guess, the pitching duel you would imagine. And not really one I anticipated coming to this one. Looking at the ratings for Marco Rea, I thought this would be a pitcher that we would have no problem getting to. But we've really struggled against his off-speed. Roman Anthony sends this one high and deep out to right. but caught on the warning track. Thing absolutely blasted. Just can't do anything with it.
Nope, that's inside. Nope, that's away.
All right. So the zone does not expand on the outside part of the plate. Good to know. Field goes after the high fastball. Can't really drive it. Only 80 off the bat. Easy fly ball, and once again we find ourselves in 2 outs without a base runner. Let's see what Ruiz can do. Went down on 3 amazing pitches in his last at bat. Let's see if we get a little cookie. And we do! And this one sent out to the gap and center left. Ruiz will have an easy double. And we have a chance at a run. Flexed on him, kid. I mean, that's just a perfect liner to the gap. Played well, though, off the wall. And now we got Garrett Hampson.
That's the ball.
Let's see if we can get a little 2-out rally going. 60 floor clutch.
Nope, ball 2.
And so far in the young season, hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position. And he might have one here. Ruiz with great speed, headed for home. The throw to the plate, not in time. It is an RBI single for Garrett Hampson. And the White Sox have finally broken the 0-0 tie. And are up 1-0 here in the 5th. Now, Rhea is starting to labor a little bit, really running out of gas. So it'll be a great opportunity to get another run or two across before they pull him.
That's a ball. 1 ball, no strike.
And that's a good way to do it. Another single. Back-to-back singles for the team. 3rd consecutive hit, and they will pull Rhea. So Marco's gone. Good outing for him, honestly. Much better than I think the Twins or us anticipated. But with 2 on and 2 out, they're going to go to the pin. And it is going to be Jose Suarez. 6 1/3 pitched so far this season. Tune of a 5.68 ERA. Righties are hitting him pretty well. Hitting over 400. And we got a righty in Tristan Casas.
Ball. 1-0.
Fastball, changeup, sweeper, slider. And this one hit opposite field. Fairly high, fairly deep, but camped under it before the warning track. And no more runs will be added. But we have ourselves a 1-run lead. We're showing some signs of life. So let's see if Cannon can keep it that way as he faces off against Emmanuel Rodriguez. Having a tough start to his season. Only 138 at the plate. And Cannon showing some great defense on the mound. Little comebacker, no problem for him. My son's playing video games in the next room, and he is screaming right now. Can hear him through my headset, so just had to get him to quiet down a little bit. As we come back to our at-bat, Cannon versus Stevenson.
Ball 3.
And Cannon might be looking at his first walk. Try and throw a safe ground ball pitch here. He does take a rip at the cutter. And goes down on the sinker. Well located, low and away. 5th strikeout for Cannon. And Stevenson goes down looking. Nice 1-2-3 inning for Cannon, in position to go into the 6th and get a win on his record, hopefully. Jazz is going to get us started off early. A first pitch knock for him. Change up, left up, timed up well. And barreled right back up the middle. All right, Villar was our hero in our high leverage situation. Bases loaded situation. Knocked in 2 just early on the front door slider.
1 ball, 1 strike.
0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1
Easy
strike.
steal for Jazz. On the sweeper, only 80 miles an hour.
That's out the corner.
Okay. Good take from Villar. He gets that call. And that's just another good pitch. Just catches the bottom of the zone. We find ourselves in a full count. Villar drives this one out to center. It is caught. Jazz is going to tag up and test the arm. Throw is offline. And so that is a free base for Jazz. I did not send him there. That was the third base coach. Aggressive base running. Villar 0 for 3. But at least it was a productive out.
No, that's a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Ball.
Sweeper gets past the glove of Stevenson, but he's able to collect it quickly. Suarez, though, behind 2-0. Absolute cookie there, but wasn't quite sure if that was changeup or sweeper. Thought it might bend outside. We sit on it. That one's driven well, though. High and deep. 1 hops off the wall. That's going to be a double for Stone. That's going to be another run for the Chicago White Sox. And the Twins now down 2-0. With Roman Anthony. Would love to see the young kid have a little breakthrough at the plate. Nice sweeper there. Good timing, but just can't get a piece. And then goes down fishing on the sweeper on the opposite side of the plate. Really good pitches there from Suarez. And Roman Anthony gets abused on the sweeper. Let's see what Kyle Thiel can do here. Back-to-back fastballs away. Another fastball in. That's what we were looking for. But a little bit behind that one. Fouled off.
1 ball.
Finally, let's get our first ball and our 4th pitch of the at-bat. And down goes Teal on the slider. Back-to-back punchies. Suarez is strutting off the mound. Those were some good pitches. Still got one across. We still got Cannon. But just notice it's only 56 pitches. He's been very efficient. And a very efficient swing from Jonathan India. That one's gone. And just like that, the Twins are within 1 run. Solo shot, 411 feet. Well hit ball. Just got over the wall. Not what you want to see, but we'll leave Cannon in.
Outside.
He's still got plenty of vitality. And has pitched really well thus far, so we're going to trust him. But looking very shaky after that home run. Misses on 3 consecutive pitches. Finally gets one across there. Even then, it was just on the edge. And Cannon does end up getting the out after starting the at-bat 0-3, or sorry, 3-0. And a good bounce back after giving up that home run. All right. Now we gotta start getting concerned a little bit. Correa gets on. That's a run and a base runner allowed so far with only 1 out. Ian Happ at the plate. That's tough call from Blue there. Now back-to-back singles. Still have the opportunity for a double play. But we're going to get Jimenez and Pache up. Okay. Not getting any help from Blue. There we go.
2-2.
One more. Gets a piece. And this one skied out to right. Runners do not advance. And Jonathan Cannon again looking to get out of a situation with runners on. And he has done it. Roman Anthony under in center field. So we only give up 1 on the Jonathan India solo shot. But Cannon bounces back. Gets the following 3 outs. We're back at the plate. We're definitely going to need some more insurance. I think we can still allow Cannon to go into the 7th. He's been efficient enough. As now we're going to see Everson Castellano.
No ball. 1 strike.
Fastball, changeup, slider. Back-to-back pitches in the same spot. Good timing on the changeup, but fouled off. And this one popped up. 3 swings on 3 strikes and an out. Would like to see a little bit better results than that. Let's see what Hampson can do. 2 for 2 with a walk on his line today.
1-0.
And that one right back up to Castellano, off his leg.
Out.
Hampson can't run it out. Let's see if Castellano can stay in the game. He's limping, but he's shaking his head as if he will continue on. Waves back at the bench. Says, I'm fine. I can't feel my leg, but I'm fine. Ollie having a good game, 2 for 3. His average has gone up to 243 now. As he swings right through a fastball. We're very late on 95.
That's a ball.
Let's see what we get next from Castellano. Behind in the count, 2-1. And that is a disgusting swing from Oliver. Not what you want to see. And a changeup outside the plate. Oliver chases. And a second strikeout for him. Cannon still in. What is his stamina? 75? We'll be going through the order, I think, for a 4th time.
1 ball. No strike.
That was a great pitch. Just did not get the call. This one's sky towards the dugout. Teal at the wall. And makes no effort to catch that one. Okay.
Did he go?
Check swing. Rodriguez did, in fact, go around. Let's see if Cannon can put him away. He does. Another swing and miss on the changeup. Pitch has been very good today.
No, that's a ball. 1-0. No.
All right.
2 balls. 1 strike. Hey.
Not exactly where we're asking him to locate it, but Stevenson takes for strike 2. The payoff pitch is an easy ground ball for Tristan Casas. Steps on first. 2 down. I will say, Cannon has not gone very deep into his at-bats, but that one is deep. Very, very deep into the bullpen. 405 feet. Zach Ihard gets his first MLB career home run. Good stuff. Good stuff by Cannon. Let's watch the rookie. Just pulls it. Left of center. And well over the wall. Sinker right in the heart of the plate. Not hard to miss. And I think it is going to be the end of the line. For Jonathan Cannon. Only giving up 2 through, 6 1/3 is not bad. He definitely, too many hits. Obviously, the home runs are tough, and he is now out of line for a win.
That's the ball. You're out.
So Jimenez come in, gets the last out. But the rookie with his first MLB home run to tie the game here in the 7th. Let's see if we can get some run production of our own. Jorge Alcala will be our next opponent on the mound. Has only pitched 4 innings, but has done very well. 2.25 ERA. Righty's hitting over 300 against him. And Tristan Casas is over 3 today with 2 inning double plays. And that one is barreled. 104 off the bat to dead center. High and deep and gone. That is our first home run. User-controlled home run with Tristan Casas. An absolute piss missile to dead center. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pack your bags. Next stop, Pound Town. Casas is hyped. We regained the lead. And that was an absolute no-doubter. Just pitch right down the middle. Finally elevates one, and that one all the way to the batter's eye.
Nope, ball one.
Now we got Jazz up next. These are guys that could easily go back-to-back throughout the season, something I'm kind of hoping for. And that one's going to be fair down the third base line. Easy double for Jazz as the ball's finally collected, thrown in. Got a home run and a double with no outs. Next up is Villar. Has had a tough day at the plate today.
Nope, outside.
So far, his teammates have hit Alcala very well. Let's see if he can continue that trend. Was after the high fastball at 99. That one just out of the zone. And then that one just catching the bottom of the zone. All fastballs all the time for Alcala. 3 in a row. 4 in a row. 98 painted on the inside part of the plate. Villar swinging to protect. And another one. Fouled off. 98 inside. We turned on it. And another fastball. This one low and away. 8th pitch of the at-bat for Villar versus Alcala. And he gets us ahead on the circle change. Yep, very early. What a battle. Stone skies this one out into right. Should be able to easily advance with Jazz over to third. And we do. So a productive out for Stone Garrett. He gets Jazz over. And now the young Roman Anthony looking to make his mark on this team. Prove that he is indeed worth the high trade value pieces that we sent over to Cincinnati to get him. Down he goes on the changeup. But Tristan Casas gets us back in front. Little bop.
Up. 0-1.
Generous call there. Let's see if we can bend this one in through the front door.
Ball.
And Smith swings through the changeup. I swear, this has been just a good day for changeups overall. Both teams have been very bad against the changeup.
Up. No ball. 1 strike.
Correa line out to the left to Ruiz. And now up to Ian Happ, who sends this one on the first pitch high and relatively deep to center. No problem there for Roman Anthony. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Jimenez, I think we have out there. And it will be Cade Smith for the save up. Unless our offense can do something here against Jason Foley. Sinker, slider, fastball, and changeup combo for him. Field takes a rip at the first pitch. It's a ground out to first. And now what can Ruiz do versus the righty? Ruiz much better versus lefties, but has still really developed his contact versus righties over these few years with the team. And has earned his opportunity as an everyday starter. Holy shit. But maybe shouldn't be. Slider way outside of the plate, and Ruiz is flailing.
Ball. 2 balls. 2 strikes.
Fights off the sinker on the inside in foul territory and caught. Ruiz goes down. And that one will not get past the glove of the third baseman. Throw to first is in time. Hampson goes down. So 1-2-3 inning for Foley. It will now be up to our closer, Cade Smith. So far is 4 for 4 in saves and opportunities over the course of 3 2/3 innings. Strikeout rate of 63%. A strikeout rate of 63%. It's going to be 5, 6, 7
0-1.
for the Twins lineup.
No, that's foul.
And Larnach staying alive. Staying very much alive with that one. climbed the ladder a little bit. Got him on the high fastball. And that strikeout rate continues to climb. Two more batters to go. The first one, Edward Julian. And back-to-back strikeouts for Cade Smith. Strikeout rate is going to be like 90% after this game. Last hope here is Emmanuel Rodriguez. Wow. He gets a brutal call below the zone. Feel like probably forced to swing at that one. Now we can pretty much do whatever we want. It's a fastball up and away. Swung right through it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 more strikeouts for Cade Smith. It was on his way to having an incredible season. Now 5 of 5 in save attempts. Jimenez gets the W. And so does the team. All in all, pretty good. Would have liked to have seen more offense early. Jazz with a great day, 3 for 4, a triple, a double. Home run for Casas. And an okay day for Cannon. I would like him to limit base runners a little bit more. Go 6 2/3. Allowing 8 hits, though, is not great. Struck out 6, which is okay. But still just allowing too much traffic on the bases for what I would look for out of a starting pitcher. All right, so on we go. We'll go down to this Cleveland and Athletic series and see what our opportunities are there. Scotty Salas, a guy who is really close to being at the MLB level, is out today with a bruised hand, so we'll keep him active. And Pache out for some soreness, and that sucks. Tristan Casas has a dislocated shoulder. Our new $20 million man will be out for 1 to 2 months. Not great. We'll start him on the 10-day. And we will have to adjust our lineups accordingly. So that means Villar will go back to first. Jazz will go in the 3-hole. And I think this is going to be Brian Ramos' chance. Or actually Colson Montgomery. I think it's going to be Colson. Better defense. Just more well-rounded hitter. Had a great year last year off the bench. 400 at-bats. Hit 261. 16 homers. So we're going to have him in there. Villar is red hot, so we'll move him into the 4 spot. And then versus lefties, kind of the same thing. Villar will go back to playing first. I think we'll actually put him in that 4-hole. And then Julks plays third. So he will go play third base. And we will have Colson DH. So a little bit of a different look. Villar moves back to his original position at first. Colson Montgomery and Ricky and Colson Montgomery will get opportunities every day now. And that's how we'll roll. All right. We are tied. 1 out, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 9th. A lot of times I find the difference between a great season and a good season or even a bad season is going to be how we perform in these high leverage situations. And this is just the guy we won up. Esteury Ruiz, great versus lefties, incredibly high clutch rating. And he's going to send one out to center field. It does not fall. The runners do not advance. And it looked like he was celebrating with the bat, with the ball off the bat. But center fielder comes flying in, makes the catch. And then Garrett Hampson swings late on a sweeper. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Not ideal. That's not really what you want to see. We're going to let the team finish this one off, and it's a Montgomery RBI double that gets us the win. So Colson Montgomery coming in, making his presence felt. Goes 2 for 5 with a double and an RBI to win the game in extras. Villar is really getting going. 2 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Is this the year where he breaks out into like superstar status? Miguel Vargas has a torn finger ligament. He'll be out 1 to 2 months. Scotty Salas is back as well. Down at AAA, Scotty Salas in. And we're looking for a first baseman. It's going to be Harper Ilowski. All right, let's see what you got, King. All right, another day for scouting assignments. Tough series here versus our division opponents. We lost 3 of 4 to Minnesota. Very, very close games. And then have split the series so far in Kansas City. This is going to be a really crucial month for us. Like, we really need to do well. We should have done better against Minnesota. We need to beat Kansas City. We need to take this series versus Cleveland. Said to our scouting board. Jackson Paquette falls mightily. Looks to be much lower potential than we originally thought. Overall is still basically where we thought it was. Just has speed, but not a ton else. So we will continue looking at other options. We got Reggie Ekstrom from my home state of Missouri, 18 years old, 6'1", 223, an absolute unit. Has really good defense, good speed. We'll see what the hitting looks like, but he looks like he could be a prospect here for the number 30 pick. No new outfield prospects internationally. So we will head to the Western region and finalize that. Continuing on, and we have a moment here. We are down 1 in the 13th. A chance to walk it off with Jose Azocar at the plate. Is 0 for 5 today. We may averse, and he's going to face off against Alexis Diaz. We might look to pitch hit in this spot. And I think we will. Looks like Ruiz was getting the day off. We're going to bring him in. He's got the super high clutch rating. Had a walk-off grand slam in the playoffs. Wow, that would have been very likely the game tying run right there, if that would have stayed fair. As you can see, hitting over 300 with runners in scoring position. That's why we brought him in. Also, if he is able to get on base, he's incredibly fast and can steal. So is a candidate to be the winning run as well. Early on the slider, beats it into the ground and foul. Full count. And this one skied out into right. Not very deep. Jazz cannot advance. And now we'll be up to Rick Oliver. Tough call there for Diaz, but beneficial to us. Just out ahead of that one. Time that one up a little better. That's a home run ball. So is that one. This one skied high and deep out into right, but foul, almost foul. Caught. Opportunity there for Oliver. Gave that one a ride, but ultimately landed in the glove instead of the grass. Kansas City wins, and we lose the series. Cade Smith came in, gave a great effort, went 2 1/3 as a closer, allowed 1 hit and 1 earned run. But our offense just couldn't get it done. 7 hits, 3 runs. And I feel like Kansas City is definitely going to be like our rivals in this series. They beat us all the time in the regular season. We kind of got the monkey off of our back in the playoffs, where we beat them in the wild card. Another opportunity here, high leverage situation. We are down 1, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, 2 on. The red hot Aldo Villar is at the plate. Is 1 for 4 today with a double. Let's see what he can do here against Kirkering.
No, that's high.
It's got a sweeper and then a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and a power sinker. There's the sweeper.
1-1.
Very well located. Sinker does just catch the bottom of the zone. I mean, that's 3 incredibly well located pitches.
2-2.
It's going to be a full count. And a very close pitch. Great take from Villar. And a walk for Kirkering. It's going to be an opportunity for Colson Montgomery, with the bases loaded, to be the hero. Got the pitch. We're late on it. 98 right down the middle.
1-1.
And that one sent high and deep out to center field. At the track. Caught. Runners advance. And that will be a sacrifice fly for Colson Montgomery. And he ties the game. He does what he needs to do. And that will be it for Kirkering. Phillies turn to Moses Chase? I am unfamiliar with this player. It's because I don't think he existed when we first started this series. Undrafted, only a 69 overall, nice. And is a backup starting pitcher, coming in an extremely high leverage situation. For Roman Anthony. This is how legends are born for young players. High leverage situations, coming in clutch situations, and making big plays.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A walk doesn't actually hurt the Phillies too much here. So Chase doesn't really have to go at us. But he is ahead in the count 1-2 off that stupid sweeper. Another one much better located. Roman Anthony just gets a piece. And a changeup that we just get a piece of way out in front. That was a pitch to hit. And this one skied into center, but will just be an out. We do our job, though. We at least tie the game. So we're headed to extras. We played our moment, so we go back to simulating. And we're right back to it. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs, bases loaded for Rick Ollie, or Ricky Ollie, Rick Oliver, whichever Ricky Ollie you want to use. Opportunity here with bases juiced.
1-0.
Is not hitting well with runners in scoring position this year. But that's going to change. A liner out to center. The runner scores. It's a walk-off hit for Ricky. Our second walk-off of this stream or episode if you're watching it after we're live. What's up with Montgomery's hair? Got like weird patches darker than others. Kind of like it though. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Victory here in Chicago. In extras. 12 hits for the Phillies and 6 runs. What was our pitching like today? Eder took the mound, went 4 1/3. 6 hits, 4 earned, and a walk. Noah Schultz came in, pitched 2 1/3. Allowed 2 more. And then Ben Joyce and Jimenez shut it down. Okay. Okay. Not our best pitching performance. This is something like I was a little worried about. We have a ton of young talent, but we don't have a ton of like that upper echelon, 90 plus overall pitching. We have some guys that basically just play above their ratings. So we end up taking the series versus Philly. Good bounce back after losing the last 2 series. On to Miami. And Villar is out. Luckily, it's just 1 to 2 weeks. So we'll put him on the 10-day. Casas, we'll keep him on the 10-day. We do end up beating Miami. Let's adjust our lineups here. So Ramos, I guess, will come in and play first. We'll move him down the lineup. Colson Montgomery is ice cold. So we'll replace him with Teal in the 4 spot. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Let's get Ruiz up. He's got that clutch rating. He, especially versus righties, he really needs to be on. He needs to be up at the plate with base runners on to maximize his effectiveness. And then same thing, Brian Ramos at first. Well, actually, he can't hit lefties to save his life. But he's all we got. So we'll just have to be him. He'll move down into the 7 hole. And let's move Teal up, hitting 288. All right, so 2 of our starters out, less than ideal. We're 4th now in the division. But us, the Royals, and the Twins are basically all the same team, apparently. All right, what's our scouting looking like? Okay, so Reggie Ekstrom from Missouri. Great speed, it looks like. Pretty good defense. Batting skills, maybe not great, but we'll give him another week of scouting and see how he gets. We discovered no outfield prospects. So now we'll move to the Central region. Let's look at starting pitching. All right. So wow, this guy, Enrique Santos, might be a guy that could actually fall to us. Because MLB has him at 28. We have him at 4. He profiles with what we're looking for. Limits walks. Nice 5-pitch mix. Okay. But we're looking more likely to pick around the 30 mark. So probably somewhere in this range, maybe like a Woody Mosley. Doesn't look great, but maybe has really good potential. Freddie Franco. The potential in the overall match. So whatever we get is it. But that walk per 9, the stamina, this dude could eat innings and just get ground ball after ground ball. He's got 4-seam, 2-seam, curveball, changeup. I actually really like this guy. Especially if we get lucky and we get, hopefully something like a mid to high 70s overall with a 80 potential. I don't know. We'll have to see. Same thing here with Daryl Lincoln, but the hit per 9 is very high stamina, very high velo. Edmundo Santiago looks like the guy that would be more of our long-term option with a higher potential, but the hit per 9 is way too low. Okay. I gotta say, I'm really not excited about what I've seen so far. But this is also just the international ones. Still have plenty of other regions to scout. We're only in week 3. We still have plenty of Central, East, and West all around our first round pick, or like our first pick mark. So we'll see. We'll do one more week of international starting pitchers and then move over to a different region. Reggie Ekstrom looks pretty interesting. If he can fall to us, he might look like a good pickup. And we'll see if we can find any more outfielders. What's up? Oh, thank you. I'm told that the chocolate chip pancakes I made my son were very good. Or I'm sorry, he said so good. All right. So we win back-to-back series versus Philadelphia and Miami. That is good. We have 2 injured players. And then looking ahead, we got series versus Cleveland and the Athletics. All of our pitching is actually doing pretty good, with the exception of maybe Jake Eder. So why don't we player lock with Jake Eder? I said I wanted to do more player lock games. He's the guy that actually kind of got a bag. His contract decision went to arbitration. Arbitration panels sided with Eder, and he ended up with I don't even remember what it was, like a $5 or $8 million contract. You know, arbitration's supposed to get you guys on the cheap. Did not work out for us. We're looking to turn around the rough patch. That's what we're talking about here. Eder, God, he's ugly. You know, that's the face only a mother could love. We're just going to say it. Has the flowing locks, 4 games started, has pitched 20 1/3. Strikeout to walk rates, not awful, but the whip is too high, and by virtue, the ERA is also high. Whip at almost 1.4. That's like borderline. Like once you get to a whip around 1.4, 1.5, that's where you start thinking like maybe this guy needs to go back down to AAA and figure it out. So we're going to player lock with him. Look at this beardo, Brock Keenan. Big beard, 76 overall, drafted in the 2nd round of the 2025 draft. Plays short, second, third. Not a bad player. I hope they don't have him at shortstop because his defense is terrible. But he can hit the ball a little bit.
Nope. Hey.
What? Yeah. That's fine. Oh, that one back up the middle, off of Eder's feet. Jazz with the catch, the throw, and it is in time. Really, really close play there. Jazz ranging over to his right. Difficult throw, but able to plant his foot.
Ball. Down.
This one's skied in the left. Ruiz, no problem.
Ball. That's ball 2.
That is not ball 2. Tough call from Blue. Let's see if we can figure out where the strike zone is. Wow.
2-2 to count.
Way out in front of that one.
Full count.
It's a crazy take. I just realized it's Spencer Torkelson. Has made his way from Detroit to Cleveland, staying in division. And working a very long at bat here. Gets a big piece of that one, but foul. Go off speed here, see if we can get him. It's off to Jazz. Throw to first is in time. Eder gets through the first inning. 1, 2, 3. All right, so our offense will be facing off against Julian Aguiar. He's having a decent season. 4 starts, 3.13 ERA. And our offense is unable to get any runs in the first. Wow. Garrett Hampson is deep. The throw not in time. That's an incredibly difficult... What? Good. I mean, it's incredible that he even got there, let alone even close to making the play. So looking for a ground ball. We got the throw to second and the throw to first. Like I said, when we're talking about scouting, our infield is set. Like, I feel really good about our offense and defensive capabilities from the infield. We really just need some elite guys in the outfield. We got Stone Garrett, who was good. He was really good last year. Really good last year, actually. But I don't think we can expect that long term. He's a pretty old... He's getting up there in age. He's not particularly adept defensively.
The count's full.
And Eder normally is able to locate that curveball very, very well. Missing low today, which is, if you're going to miss with a curveball, you want to miss low. But he gets the punchy there on the low outside fastball. Let's see what we can do here. Cleveland Guardians having a really tough stretch, have only won 2 of their last 10, including game 1 of this series to us, where they lost 3-7. Looks like the fog is rolling in here in Chicago. Our offense still unable to do anything. We are going to go back to that curveball. I really like the curveball with Eder. Maybe I shouldn't. It's a single up the middle. I don't think that was terribly located initially. I mean, low and away.
Ball, that's down. Aye.
But I don't know. Front door cutter is skied out to center. Roman Anthony under it. And the runner unable to advance. Holds a 1. And 1 away.
Nope, that's a ball.
Well, that one hit very high and deep, but foul. Gave that one a really good ride, but goes down on the subsequent changeup. Eder with his second strikeout. Not incredibly proficient strikeout rate, but given where we saw his stats coming into this one, as we leave a cutter right down the middle, we've done a pretty good job of limiting base runners, at least.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Not so much there, as that one is high and deep, but caught. There is Stone Garrett, who we were just discussing. So a decent start for the first 3 innings for Jake Eder. Locking in here in the 4th. Still no run support.
Nope, that's down.
And now I'm also really curious. Eder got $11 billion this year.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
So I was way off. I said like 5 to 8. He got $11 million out of arbitration. What a play from Colson Montgomery at the hot corner. Holy cow. We got to watch that one again. Hit very hard. Diving effort. Got to his feet incredibly quickly. What an athlete. Threw it 130 feet and threw it 88.5 miles an hour. Now, obviously, we see throws a lot faster than that from infielders. But, nonetheless.
Nope, ball 1.
That was quite the defensive effort. Torkelson went really deep into his at-bat last trip around. Let's see if we can put him down a lot sooner.
Ball 2.
Really want that curveball to work. Eder has had his most success, I think, when the curveball has been working. But we get him on the fastball, absolutely painted. Down and inside to Spencer Torkelson. Swings right over the top. Another strikeout for Eder. And Joinski Noel is the next batter.
That's a ball.
Again, a little dangerous on some of these locations on our pitches. They're getting hit hard, but foul.
That's outside.
That's an incredible take.
What?
Garrett Hampson cannot get to that one. Right through the gap, and Joinski Noel with a single. 100 off the bat. Brian Ramos steps on first. It's another inning. Only 1 base runner allowed. I mean, I think that's about as good as we can expect. I don't think I would ever expect Eder to go, 7-8 innings scoreless. So the fact that we've gotten halfway through the game, no walks, 3 Ks, 3 hits, not bad. But Julian Aguiar is also having a stellar day on the mound. Limiting our offense to only 1 hit so far. A little defense there from Eder on the broken bat. Now facing off against Bo Naylor.
No, that's down.
Gotten some really close calls that have not gone our way.
Ball, I got it.
Nice. Say, even if he's not hitting, he's still out there always playing great defense. And we can at least rely on that.
Ball.
Still have yet to throw a curveball to get a swing and miss or a strike.
Strike.
So far, legend difficulty on the Pulse pitching hasn't been too difficult. And another good result for Eder. A ground out to short. Another inning, and let's see if our offense can be productive as our defense and pitching has been. Colson Montgomery made big news. 5 RBIs in the win versus the Guardian. Fantastic. Still no runs for our offense as we go into the 6th.
Nope.
Eder, though, still pitching well.
1-0. Ball, that pitch is up.
I mean, we're not getting anything. Like, these are very competitive pitches. We're just not getting many swings at them, and also not getting many calls. But a leadoff double, not ideal. This one skied out to right. Stone's under it. We'll see if the runner tags. He does. Throw to third, not in time and offline. So we have a little bit of trouble here.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike. Ball 2.
Need a pop-up or something. 97 speed at third base. Obviously going to make it very difficult.
Ball 3.
So I'm almost okay with a walk here. And then hopefully we get the inning double play. But this one popped up. It's pretty short. The throw to home is in time. But up the first baseline. If that is up the third baseline, there's a chance maybe Teal applies that tag. But it is going to be a run for Cleveland here in the 6th that breaks the tie. All in all, I would say Eder has pitched about as well as he could. Like I said, we didn't get much chase. We didn't get the benefit of many calls on the black.
Ball.
There we go. I'm skeptical that we'll have an opportunity to pitch in the 7th, but we'll see. And we will not. It's going to be Ian Gibbett coming out of the pen. Wow, 16 and a third with a 1.1 ERA, and Cleveland pours it on. They end up winning to a score of 7-8-0. Our offense just did nothing. What happened to our pitching? Gibbett gives up 5 and a third. Ben Joyce and Joe Jimenez each give up 1 as well. Not good. Not good at all. Only 4 hits on the day. Teal, Stone, Montgomery, and Ramos. And for the Guardians, Aguiar went 6, only allowed 1 hit and 2 walks, 4 Ks. Colby Allard came in, pitched 3 full innings, 4 Ks, 3 hits, but no runs. Bad day for our offense. I mean, I feel fine for Eder. You know, only allowing 1 and 6 is a big improvement over what he had been doing. Certainly probably not worth $11 million. And then we got Means, we got Wilson, and we got Drew Thorpe. I don't really think we need to pitch with either of those. But I wouldn't mind doing a player lock. Maybe let's do a player lock with Roman Anthony. We haven't really seen him make any big splash plays yet. So let's do a player lock with him. See if maybe we can get him a better result at the plate. See if we can break him out of his slump. All right, and even though I'm not particularly good at it, we will go to zone base hitting. Since we are going to player lock. And like I said, even though I'm not particularly good at it, we'll give it a shot. Can we get there? We do. Good jump. And at least we have a reliable defensive presence. All right, so Lee Velasquez. 4-seamer, slider, 2-seamer, sinker. It's tough call.
All one's the count.
Get a piece of the slider. Good timing. But now 0-2. Get on that sinker a little bit, but it doesn't fall. Hit it fairly well. Castro with a home run. And Stubbs with an RBI. Athletics up 2-0. I'm glad we got to that one at least. We tie it up with a Colson Montgomery 2-run home run. Wow.
0-1. Hey, 2. One ball, 2 strikes.
Okay. Good eye on those. I did not mean to check swing there. Still 0 for 3. Sorry, 0 for 2. And that one hit pretty well. But caught. And Brandon Marsh playing for the A's. Damn. A's poured on again late. And we will not get a chance to do anything. So pretty tough. We had some decent at bats. We squared the ball up a little bit. Just couldn't get anything to land. We played good defense, but ultimately could not get a win. A's with Brian Abreu, Chun-Ching Chang, Max Muncy, Brandon Marsh, Geloff, Rodolfo Castro, Lane Thomas, Hunter Bishop, CJ Stubbs, and Luis Campusano. Okay. Very interesting. Colson Montgomery gets a home run. Ollie goes 2 for 4. That's tough, though. Only 8 hits, but 7 runs for the A's. 5 hits, but only 2 runs for us. What are you going to do? So the player lock, not successful. We lose the series versus Cleveland. We lose the series versus the Athletics. We are now sub 500 and 4th in the division. Luckily, ourselves, the Royals, and the Tigers. I mean, really, the whole division is very close. Only 5-game difference between first and last. All right, so Reggie Ekstrom looks like he is okay. I don't know if he would be our number 1 pick. I think we would probably land in like the low 50s overall. So we'll see. We did finally discover an outfield prospect. And that was center fielder Greg Young, who is not particularly good. So we will not scout him. Looking at other left fielders, we have Elliott Hyde. This is a really dangerous one because, you know, the potential in the overall match. So obviously he's not going to be a 90 overall with 87 potential. But, you know, I don't know. The fact that the potential is greater than the overall, like, is definitely a no-go for me. So we are going to pass. There's actually a ton of left fielders out here that are in our range. Let's see. We got Phil Landis. He looks solid enough. Potentially very good speed, 18 years old. So let's give him a look. We'll continue to look at outfield prospects in the central region, see if we keep discovering them. We will go to the west for starting pitching and lock that in. Let's finish simulating the month here. Finally get a win. And Villar is back. All right, so we'll also take a look at our minor league, see if there's anyone we need to move up, move down. All right, so Ramos in early on, 49 at-bats, did hit a home run, hit 217. Not great, but we can feel good about that as a bench bat. Villar is actually going to move up. Looks like he's just kind of pounding righties right now, or pounding lefties. So we'll leave him in the 4-hole. Stone's getting hot, which is really, really nice. Roman Anthony is ice cold, so we'll move him to the 7th spot. We'll use Stone as like the second, like the back end leadoff hitter. And then since he's hitting lefty so well, we'll hit him. I mean, he has 3 home runs. We're going to bat him third versus lefties with Stone behind him. And the rest is good. Colson's still DHing. Okay. So there's that. Heading into the month of May. Let's see. We got Detroit away. We got Detroit at home. So, and then we got yeah. Let's play a Detroit game at home, and then let's do Maybe one of these Boston, Arizona games. Let's see. How's the rotation doing? Means is having a down year, finally regressing. We are just paying him the 1 year. And at 35, he is kind of on a year-to-year basis. Looks like he might finally start to regress due to age. Bryce Wilson is cold, but still has really good stats so far this year. Recent games, still pitching to a 3.38, 1.26 whip. That's very good. Just got shelled versus Philadelphia. Thorpe looking good. Eder looking okay, actually. And Jonathan Hannon looking less than good. Looking very bad, actually. Noel Schultz, though, is looking okay, but the 1.6 whip is diabolically bad. Iriarte, the whip is really low, but the ERA is very high. So I'm really not super excited about any of this that's going on, if I'm honest about it. Schultz, Iriarte, and Cannon all kind of disappointing in their own ways. Let's take a look at some of the minor leaguers. Hagen Smith is pitching well, so we can always bring him up if we need to. But he's still not really pitching well, even for AAA. So I don't know why I would. Jerpy's looking okay. Mitre's looking really good. But no one's, I think, Prelander Baroa is disgustingly bad. That's really, really bad. Still has a positive WAR somehow. Jamie Rodriguez, one of our new guys. New being like drafted back in year 1, back in 2025, around 4. Walk per 9 is exceptionally high. And so we expect that low whip. I think what we'll do, actually, we're going to move him to AAA. And we're going to move Baroa down to AA. Mike Diaz looking nice. Just drafted him last year. Salvatore Castro getting shelled. Luis Lugo looking really good. And then our single A guys. Okay. Oh, we didn't even look at our relievers. Ben Joyce sucks. Jimenez, Pache, Gibbet, Cade Smith, all excellent. And we got some guys down here who are pitching well. Ben Joyce has got to go. We can only DFA him, but I think he's going to have a value for someone. He's only 28, so he's still got years ahead of him. But we've had him now for basically 2 full seasons. Jesus. Hold on one second. My son's being really obnoxious. Okay. Anyway, Ben Joyce, yeah, he's got a lot of value. What do we do? I think what we might do though is like if we can't find a quality fifth starter, we might package like 3 or 4 guys. Well, I guess we can't really package 3 guys. Or what we could do right now is we could package Ben Joyce with maybe a starter like a Iriarte that's 27 with a set. I mean, it's only 2 1/3 inning, so maybe it's a little premature. Probably a little premature. All right, let's see what we can get back for Ben Joyce. Let's look for a team that really needs a reliever. I mean, the Orioles need a reliever. He would be their tied for their second highest reliever. The rest of their guys, though, are doing very good. I feel like the Red Sox would be very interested in him. His overall is really high. I know a lot of teams would want him. I just need to find a team whose bullpen sucks. I think we found it. They have no depth. But an interdivision trade? Probably not. Definitely not the Royals or the Twins. Maybe the Cardinals? Why do they have a bunch of guys that aren't even in the MLB? Yeah, their situation's looking pretty bad. Could we get a young reliever? Oh, I like this guy. Derek Trout, B potential. And they're definitely interested in that. So we get a prospect. You guys get a starter that you desperately need. Do a little flippy flop. That works. Okay. Just tired of him doing bad. And so let's see. Where was he? Derek Trout. So he'll start off in Double A. And then in the interim, we will bring up really either one of these guys. Owen White looks good. We know that Xavier Curry is good, although he's kind of gotten shelled thus far, but pitched really well last year. Only 3 1/3. Xavier Curry is performing better. He's already on the 40-man. So we'll bring him up. Put Pache in the middle relief as well. Nothing. All right, there we go. So a move, not a huge move, but a move. All right. Now, who do we want to pitch with? I don't think we've actually pitched with Thorpe yet. So let's look an opportunity for Thorpe. Maybe in this Boston AZ stretch. Why do the Knights not? Right. Okay. All good. All good. All right. So the series with this Detroit is currently split. And it ends up split. On to the Yankees. Oh boy. What is going on here? We're in the bottom of the 10th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Xavier Curry, who we just brought up from AAA, why is he in this situation? Our bullpen must be really depleted. And he has to face off against Aaron Judge. We don't have anyone else warmed up. Did I see Kate Smith? Why is Kate Smith not in right now? All right, let's get some arms warmed up. Just in case. Wow. Not the location we wanted.
No.
Come on, Blue. You got to give me that.
Ball 2.
Okay. Check swing.
2 strikes.
2-2. To one of the most prolific hitters in MLB history. We go slider away. And we airmail the throw. Yankees win on a throwing error. Was that Brian Ramos? That was Corey Julks playing third. All right. So our backup's in apparently versus the Yankees. And we lose 3-4 in extras. Not ideal. All right. A day for scouting. All right. Phil Landis falls way off. But why? Doesn't look terrible. Okay, interesting. But let's see who we recently scouted or who we discovered. So a left fielder, Dan Fuca. Might honestly just take him for the name. Big power versus righties, but not bad versus lefties. The vision discipline is okay. Not very accurate arm, but defense is like okay. Speed is okay. Okay. And then Joe Hoffman, who looks pretty average across the board. Nothing super exciting, but if at 105, that wouldn't be bad if we get 85 potential. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at Dan Fuka then. We'll keep looking in the central region then. Everything's still locked in. All right, so we actually take the series versus the Yankees. And who did I say I want to pitch with? Drew Thorpe, right? Yeah. We haven't pitched with him yet, so we will play that full game. And we lose our first 2 games of the series. Not looking good. We're floating around 500. We win a couple, then we lose a couple. But let's see what we can do here. Drew Thorpe, currently our best pitcher. Besides Means, of course, but like overall rated, he's our best pitcher. Offense is ice cold. We got to think Roman Anthony is going to turn it around. At the very least, the defense is good. He's hitting for power versus righties. Okay. We can make adjustments as needed, but they're not going to get out of a cold slump not swinging the bat. So taking Baston. They're looking for the sweep. We're going to look to prevent that. Numbers for Drew Thorpe: 7 starts, a 2-1 record. He's pitched 37 innings. ERA, WHIP look good. Strikeout rate would like to be a little bit higher, and the walk rate maybe a little bit lower. But all in all, not bad.
Ball. Outside, ball.
We know Drew Thorpe's deal.
2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He doesn't give up a ton of hits. That's supposed to be his bread and butter. So we throw soft away. We look for soft contact.
Yep.
You know, not throw changeups right down the middle. And I don't know what Drew Thorpe's ceiling is, but feels like he still has a ways to go.
Ball 2. 2-2.
Not happy about that call, asking the umpire where the strike zone is. I don't blame him. That was a horrendous call. We get the punchy anyway. Cutter on the inside part of the plate. And a very dangerous Rafael Devers.
No, that's a ball.
That was an incredibly close take.
Ball.
Still fighting.
Ball.
Still fighting. This is where you'd really like that big swing and miss stuff. Oh my goodness, he still gets a piece. Our 11th pitch of the at-bat.
No.
We throw our 5th strike, I think, of the at-bat. Just does not get the call. And we finally get him looking. Man, he really made us work there. But we finally got the out. Nope. I gotta switch back to timing based. We cannot. I think once the at-bat. Now I think we can. Yeah. It's fun to do, though, for player locks.
No.
So we got no calls on the black. Hopefully we can assume it'll be the same for Boston, so we can really keyhole. Ideally. Little comebacker. McGill can't glove it. And why does it always feel like Garrett Hampson's speed is never... His speed always feels fast on defense, but never on offense. Oliver's worked his average up to 280. Should love to see. That one will not get through, though. Good play at second. And now Jazz. Hitting 236. Definitely want to see that climb. And when you get a pitch in the middle like that, you can't miss it. Same with that one. Back-to-back pitches right down the middle. 2 foul balls.
Inside.
Good sinker, though. Gets Jazz. I will say he is really weak. Trying to hit at the bottom of the zone. See, defense, Garrett Hampson's so fast. Base running Garrett Hampson is slow as hell. And somehow we don't make that play? There's no way we don't make that play. We did not make that play. Unbelievable.
Ball. Hey.
Would love if we had some more strikeout potential. but I think we're okay.
Yeah. No ball. 2 strikes.
We're just really laboring now. 32 pitches because of like the 15 pitch at bat we had versus Rafael Devers. Abreu goes down looking. We really needed that. And Benintendi. There's a familiar face. Was with our organization at the beginning of this rebuild.
Ball.
Can we really elevate though? Wow. Like, that's... Was that not strike 3? Did he not go around there? Oh my god, dude. We really need some swing and miss. They're just contact. It's like, you can tell when the CPU is just like contact swinging. They just make contact on everything, no matter how far it is outside the zone.
Full count.
Finally get out of it. But I don't think Drew Thorpe is not going to be able to go far into this game. He's already close to 40 pitches through 2 innings. Only allowing 2 hits. It's just he keeps getting taken so deep into counts.
Down.
Already a month into the season. Wow.
1 ball. 1
Already a
strike.
month in the season. And 3 home runs is tied for 3rd on the team. Would like to see a lot more power out of our guys. That's for sure. Of course, Tristan Casas is injured. We brought him as a big Bauer guy.
Ball 2.
Jazz is ice cold.
Full count. High.
What are we doing? Can't make contact with that? Is McGill just elite? No? He's not. Wow. Okay. Kyle Teal gets a slider down the middle. We barely make contact. Very early. Okay, fair.
See right.
Splitter.
0-2. One, 2.
Teal almost gets plunked there. And then, of course, we see the fastball. Need someone to figure this out. Or at least make contact when we actually get decent swing timing.
Ball 1.
But McGill's been pretty good, and we have not really put up too much resistance so far through 1 2/3.
Inside.
Swinging at bad pitches, little or no contact on pitches that we should be just crushing. And a pop-up for Ruiz inside fastball. All right. Let's see if Drew Thorpe can actually have a little bit more efficient inning. 45 pitches through 2 innings. It also has not helped us that we've had some really close pitches that just have not gotten calls.
Ball. Two. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
Out.
No. Outside. That's a strike. Ball 2. 2-1.
Wow. I know that's right down the middle, but like, I'm hoping for some sort of soft contact. There we go. Stone with the throw home. Way offline.
He's safe.
Make a dive, Teal. What are we doing here, buddy? He's just like, I got it. Let me just, maybe I'll go for it. Brother, you gotta dive for that tag. What are we doing? Thorpe has just not looked sharp. I'm just going to say that. When we get through 3, we gave up 1. All right, let's see if we can figure out McGill. I mean, that one's barreled. But just skied. That's solid contact, at least. 90 off the bat is not nothing.
Ball. Ha! 1-1.
Okay.
1-2.
Early on the cutter. Still be making contact. I mean, unless it's very early, very late, you know, something like that, that's good timing. It's on the black. Like, we should at least be making contact there. What? Okay. I'm not gonna make her go into the pool. But if you go, I want breaking the skin off. tough. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go. But if you get in, it won't freaking great. No. All right. Back up with Thorpe.
Ball.
See, like, there's a couple of those that we just have not gotten the calls. And there's really nothing we can do about that, but those matter. And it's forcing us to, like, really challenge inside, which is really not Thorpe's game. Like, that's a great pitch, but we just can't get swing and miss on anything. There we go. Decent call there.
Drive. Hard. 2. No ball. 2 strikes.
That's fine. I mean, the fact that Andrew Benintendi got a hit against us is kind of embarrassing. At 34, he's probably the best he's ever been, hitting 206. There we go. All right. So there's a relatively quick inning. We get through 3. Okay. Now, can our bats get something going?
Ball 1.
I mean, McGill's stuff is pretty good. I'll admit that. We've also just had a ton of opportunities
1 strike.
where we've had decent timing and just can't even put the ball in play, let alone get a hit.
Hard. 2. 2 balls. 2 strikes. Full count.
That's tough. Cutter, fastball look exactly the same in the same spot, but 2-mile-an-hour difference or 10-mile-an-hour difference. It's kind of nuts.
Hot. 3.
And what the fuck, man? Like, we can't, I don't know. So many foul balls. Just nothing being put into play. Our offense is better than that. We got to get something going.
1-2.
Bro, take a pitch. We need base runners. We've been no hit so far through 4. Or through, I guess, 3 1/3, but still.
Ball 2. Ball 3. Full count.
To be fair, we should have had a walk in the last at bat. I don't know what Hampson was doing. That's a fastball painted down in the zone. I mean, you could argue, given the way the calls have gone, we just take that and hope for a ball. But that's not how I'm going to play. That's not how we're coaching our players.
Outside.
We don't tell our guys to take strikes. If it's in the zone, you should be able to hit it.
2-0.
Let's go, Jazz.
High.
Check swing.
2 balls. 1
We did
strike.
go around.
Two.
All these pitches look the same.
Tie.
There we go.
Got him. Take
Attaboy. That's how you take one for the team.
Hike.
What the fudge? Fudge, fudge, fudge. That's the pitch.
He said.
That was the pitch. We just couldn't get to it.
One.
There we go. Finally, a shot down the line. Gets to the corner. Valai rounding for second. Still not played. Jazz is going to go first to home. And that's going to end up being an RBI double. Vieira, what's up, buddy? Happy Friday to you too, sir. All is well. How's your day going? Would like to stream Warzone, but the game is absolutely busted right now. And it disconnects, like, sometimes multiple times a game. And every time the game disconnects, it crashes, and it would crash my stream, so I literally cannot stream it. As we see Teal get a good timing swing on a fastball up and completely whiff. Gets a piece of that slide piece. All right. Villar's the hero. Shoots one down the first base line. Get a hit by a pitch. And then a double RBI. Thorpe already laboring through 4. We'll see if he can at least get one more.
1 ball. No strike.
And Garrett Hampson can't make that play. That should be routine for him.
Runner. Ball 1. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
Oh boy. 2 on with no out.
Ball.
Please make the play. Thank you. The runner doesn't get to advance from third, and now we have a chance at a double play.
No. 1-0. Ball. No.
Come on.
2 balls, no strike.
We're just getting hosed by the umpire today. Luckily, Ruiz with a running grab makes the throw home. So back to back, and now we have to face Rafael Devers. Ugh. I think we're going to go to the lefty. Well, I guess he has 72 clutch, so it doesn't really matter. Wow, we finally get a call. Feel bad because that was actually just blatantly out of the zone. And the punchy. Wow. Thorpe gets the best of Devers finally. Gets the out, leaves 2 stranded. Not his best outing. But still, he made it through 5, only gave up 1. But he just got cooked. Just got way too many full counts. Back up against McGill, who has been almost unhittable today for some unknown reason. I mean, his stuff is good. It's been hard to recognize the difference between the sinker, the fastball, cutter. He is pitching well, but we're timing up pitches and just fouling them off. Like, we're barely putting anything in play. We have only 1 hit. Case in point, fastball, middle of the plate. Good timing, foul back. Our offense is better than this. Coming into the game, we did have a lot of players that were
1 ball, 1 strike.
cold. A lot of players just not hitting it well right now. But we got to work out of our slump. We're World Series champions. We expect better. I mean, that one hit pretty hard. 90 off the bat, but just straight into the ground.
No, that's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Didn't really want to swing at that one, but we still actually timed it up, made some contact. I mean, that's a pitch we just got to crush. And we don't time it up. We haven't seen the splitter often, but when we have, it's been left up. And that's just a beautiful slider. Swing right through it. All right. The big lefty.
Ball. 1-0.
6'10" or whatever, Noah Schultz. Takes out Jack Caglione. Doesn't seem like a real name, but it is. Obviously going to go slider lefty-lefty. Blake Sabal smokes this one. But we know Roman Anthony. It's a great jump. Great defense out there. And not hit hard enough.
No. Hey, ride.
All right. Nice 1-2-3 for Schultz. he's good to go against Benintendi, Rogers, and Rafaela. But we'll get Pache up just in case we do need another lefty. Finally, a new pitcher, Ashton Mora. We got a fastball, a cutter, a slider, a splitter. Fastball does go up to triple digits.
0-2.
Very early on 92. Okay.
Ball. 1-2.
Fastball absolutely painted. Mora does not get the call.
Ball. Full count.
All right. Working a great at bat here. What are we going to get here on the full count? It's a fastball low and inside. Difficult to do much with that. And 98 out of the zone. So leadoff walk bodes well for us.
He's safe.
High. No
94
ball.
right down the heart of the plate. Way out in front.
Ball 1.
Don't know why we're so early on everything.
Runner.
Very early on 96. How is that possible?
Off the plate. Full count.
What are you doing, Stone Garrett?
There. He's out.
Okay. That one driven high and deep out into left, though. And that is off the wall. It'll be a double for Hampson. And would have been Stone Garrett on third, possibly home. But we blew that one with some boneheaded stealing. I did not call for the steal. I leave that up to our third and first base coach. We're actually very early on that.
Hurt. Hurt. One, two.
Gotta lock in here.
Outside, ball 2.
Okay, good take.
Full count.
All right. Good splitter, down and in. And that one rifled into right. Oliver with a single. Runner will not advance from third. That was a really, really good at bat. And now Jazz, who is a great fastball hitter, pops it up. Unreal. He literally has like the quirk that's like excels at hitting fastball, like first pitch fastballs. That one is going to get through though. Villar the hero again. First time an RBI double. Next at bat, an RBI single. This one hit just hard enough to get through the infield. He is our hero. Slider, middle of the plate. Once again, early on it. And that one hit very hard right to the first baseman. He at least knocks it down. The flip onto first, Kyle Teal is out, but we finally get a lead here in the sixth on just 4 hits. Back up with Noah Schultz. He gets a 1 pitch out against our friend Andrew Benintendi. Now Jake Rogers has shown he will swing at anything. We're going to go way up high here.
No, that's a ball.
And now he's, of course, incredibly disciplined. How about the front door slider?
No.
Beautiful strike. Can I throw a pitch at the umpire's head? So sick of this. Gotten so many bad calls today. There's no way that Rogers should be able to make contact with that. With 38 contact, are you kidding me?
Full count.
All right. We still get the out nonetheless. But let's all be real. 38 contact, you should not be making... Like, you should be whiffing on pitches 5-6 inches out of the zone.
That's a ball.
Just saying.
1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball.
There we go. Beautiful front door slider. Gets a swing and a miss there. Noah Schultz 6 up and 6 down. Our offense has scratched and clawed to get 2 runs across. Let's see if we can keep building. We're going to be facing off against Josh Zbors. He's got a fastball, a slider, and a slurve. Ruiz getting on the fastball on the first pitch.
He's out.
Hit hard, 99 off the bat, but right to the second baseman. Roman Anthony also first pitch swinging. And almost gets his head taken off. I think the kid's going to be okay. He has the ratings. He's hitting the ball hard. He's making good contact. Every swing has been exit velo of 90 plus. So that's not really the issue. It's just it's not landing in grass. If anything, he's just getting unlucky. Colson's not getting unlucky, though. This one's going to land off the wall in left center. It's going to be a 2-out double for Colson. He's been okay. Obviously, I think we would rather have Tristan Casas, but he's been okay.
One strike.
And that one barreled. Fairly high and deep out in the left, but caught. Noah Schultz getting his third inning of work. He is a starter, so this is not difficult for him in any way. That sounded like a perfect to me. Otto Lopez, though, only 46 power. Can't muster enough
Ball outside.
oomph to get it out.
Hee-haw.
This umpire has been absolutely despicable. Come on, Stone. Get there, buddy. There we go. And now Rafael Devers. He's proved to be so tough. But we get him in 2 pitches there. And now we know what time it is. Time for the best closer in the game. We're going to sit down Iriarte. And we're going to schedule Cade Smith. Hopefully he's still perfect in close attempts. And maybe we can give him
Ball.
just a little bit more cushion.
Ahoy. Two.
Not a bad pitch to swing at, but very early on 95. We're just seeing things, I guess.
High. Three.
And then the diabolical slider in the same spot. And we're early on that as well. Okay. There we go. Oliver with another hit. It's a pull single. That's just what he does. He gets up, he gets on. Now Jazz. Oh, Ollie's out. Oh my God, I thought he was out for sure. It's so funny. He's not particularly fast, but he's actually decent at stealing bags.
Ahoy. Oh,
Jazz cannot hit off speed. Actually, you just can't hit anything low in the zone.
ball. One ball. One strike.
Oh, that one's crushed. A slurve left middle, high and deep out to right, at the track, at the wall. It's caught. 101 off the bat, but just skied and dies. 9-mile-an-hour wind coming straight at us. No wonder that was not a home run.
1-0.
On any other day, that's probably a home run, but not here in blustery Chicago. Villar gets a piece, though. High and deep, and caught on the wall again. Could have been back-to-back home runs had the weather cooperated, but happy to see Villar swinging the bat and hitting it hard. So will be Cade Smith coming into the game. He has finally blown his first save, and strikeout rate has gone from a 65% down to 34%.
Ball. 1-1. Ball 2.
Pop up for Caglione.
Hurry.
Ooh, a fastball right down the middle. And that's going to be a double. So runner in scoring position. There we go.
No ball.
And now do we triple up on the fastball? I think we go low fastball. And I was going to follow that up with a splitter. But Wilyer Abreu gets a piece. Where are we at? Okay. All right. Benintendi at the plate. Only 59 clutch. We need to work for a ground ball double play.
No ball. 1 strike.
Or a punch out. We'll take the punchy. Fastball up on the black. Benintendi goes down looking. That's amazing that this is the umpire cam, because I'm pretty sure he's been calling the game with his eyes shut the entire time. And now Jake Rogers, who has 51 clutch.
No.
Is the last hope.
1 ball. No strike.
Strike 1 goes for ball 1.
No. Ball 3.
Okay, that was a strike earlier. A walk doesn't kill us. Oh my fucking god, dude. I can't with this game. Apologies for my language, but this is just so stupid. We had already thrown 3 strikes, didn't get the calls, and then 51 clutch. I mean, it's not like that's an expertly located pitch, but like, damn. It's just been an abysmal game of umpiring.
0-2.
And some really frustrating at-bats for the Red Sox here. Kate Smith puts down the last batter. We get out of it, but we're going to extras. Off the bat, look at that guy. All right. A chance to walk it off. Against Dick McGill. Is that a real person? No. Drafted in 2026. Dick McGill.
Ball.
We really need to get to Dick here because next is Emmanuel Clase.
3 right. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What the hell?
1-2.
Back-to-back cutters inside. Ruiz is fooled out of his shoes. Gets on one.
That's an out.
But not hit particularly hard, as has been the case today.
No, outside.
Can Roman Anthony be the hero? Yes, he can. That one just squeaks past the glove of the shortstop. And the young Roman Anthony with a rare base hit. Next up, Colson Montgomery.
Yeah.
He's shown flashes.
Ball.
Not particularly good lefty-lefty.
Ball.
But putting together a decent at-bat here.
Ball.
Okay. Gets ahead of Dick McGill. And that is a 5-pitch walk. And they're not going to pull him. Instead, they leave him in versus Stone Garrett. Gets an absolute pitch to blast into infinity and beyond. And he's out in front of it. High fastball does not land. Oh my goodness. Oh. The luck is just not really with us today. That one does not fall. We're in extras.
No ball. 1 strike.
Teal has to jump out of the way to even block that one, and he still makes contact.
Ball 1.
Okay. Thing is, Boston's like the top of their lineup is pretty good. After that, it's really not particularly difficult. So we just have to really get through these guys. Even though it was the bottom of their lineup that even got them to this spot. So, gotta be fair.
No ball. 1 strike.
Manager wants an intentional walk. Not with this pitcher.
That's foul.
Okay, that's not the location we want.
Ball 1.
Oh, that's going to land. They're sending him home. Ruiz, throw the damn ball!
No, he's safe.
Oh my God. Ruiz takes 3 years to collect himself and throw the ball, and it's 5 feet off the plate. Maybe we should have intentionally walked him. That's just unbelievably bad defense. And I am so tired of this umpire. He's been so bad today. There we go. Get the punchy but damage done. A bloop single by Rafael Devers and a terrible throw from Ruiz out right. Gets a runner across.
Ball one.
And now it's Emmanuel Clase. Back to the bullpen. Lefty looks like it's the way to go. So we'll schedule Pache in. All right, slider down the middle, fastball down the middle, timed up, can't get anything in play. Now, obviously, Emmanuel Clase is like an incredibly good reliever, but would love to see something. Oh, I mean, that one's finally put into play. High and deep out to right. We can run on this one. Actually, a pretty good throw. But Garrett Hampson does his job. Ollie's 2 for 4. Could be the hero to tie this one up. Or win it if he wants to just go ahead and knock one out of the park. That would have done it. But just a little too early, pulls it foul.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, Emmanuel Clase is not messing around. He is throwing it right down the pipe. He's given us opportunities. We just got to take advantage of them. Slider painted on the black just early. Okay. Cutter down is Jazz's kryptonite. He cannot hit anything low in the zone, I swear.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, big man. Absolutely showed out in the playoffs. I mean, that one's crushed, but foul. Thank goodness, just gets a piece of that slider. And working a really good at bat here. 6th pitch. And Jazz is hit. Hit the back of his foot. It's actually not what we needed though, but with the way Villar's been playing, I'll take it. God damn it, dude. That was an incredibly frustrating game. The umpiring sucked. Our offense was miserable. And our closer came in and gave up 2 runs. including to that idiot. Dick McGill gets the win. The sentence I was hoping I wouldn't have to say. I mean, I don't even know. We just could not get anything going. And like the number of very hittable pitches that we had that we got good timing on, or like, you know, timing where we could put the ball in play and just didn't, is unbelievable. So we end up getting swept by Boston. I think we'll get to this Detroit series and then we will call it a day. See how we do from there. All right. So Dan Fuqua doesn't look awful. I'm really curious about that potential. We're almost out of scouting options in the outfield, or discovery options in the outfield. But we will go another week with Dan here. Get a view. All right, so now we're playing a 3-game series at Boston after a sweep of Arizona. So we still have a couple players that are cold, but some others that are actually hanging in there. Roman Anthony slowly climbing back up. Colson's cooled off considerably. Edder's on fire. So the pitching is looking good. Glad we didn't make any crazy moves early. But Uriarte, man. The whip is so low. Oh, he still only pitched 2 1/3. Gibbett's good. Xavier Curry has been great. Has pitched 4 1/3 consecutive scoreless. Okay. And when do we get Casas? 17 days. On the road at Boston, we take that series, so a little bit of revenge there. We'll sim this Pittsburgh. Actually, we might. Yeah, I think we're actually going to start next stream here against Paul Skeens, because I don't think we've ever faced him. And that would be a great test for this offense. So that's what we'll do. We're going to call the stream here. We've been live for a few hours now. Yep, 3.5 hours. But all in all, pretty good. We got through the month of April. We got through half the month of May. We had some good games. We won. We had some walk-off wins. We had some tough wins, some tough losses. Excited to see where we're going to go for here. And yeah, that'll be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're new and enjoyed the content, please subscribe. And catch you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.